A is for aftermath. Picture this. You're curled up in some generic temporary rental with those awful popcorn ceilings, surrounded by a sea of half-opened cardboard boxes that seem to mock your existence. And you're screaming. Not a quiet cry, but a raw, guttural sob that comes from a place you didn't even know existed, clutching your head as if to keep the world from spinning right off its axis. Let's be real. You're doing something incredibly hard, and your heart is going to feel every single emotion on the spectrum, sometimes all in the span of 5 minutes. You could be laughing at a stupid cat video 1 second, and then, triggered by a stray sock or a forgotten song on the radio, be sobbing into the carpet the next. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's the sound of you finally being real with yourself, stepping off the cliff into the great unknown. Those tears have zero to do with whether the divorce was the right decision, and everything to do with the seismic shift your entire life has just undergone. So, let it be messy. Let your heart feel whatever the hell it needs to feel right now. B is for bear. It was just a tiny band of metal, weighing almost nothing, but the absence of that wedding ring feels like someone removed a fundamental part of your skeleton. Your left hand feels unnervingly light, almost phantom-like, and you sometimes get a wave of vertigo just looking at the naked skin there, a dizzying reminder of the void. You find yourself walking through the local grocery store, white-knuckling the shopping cart, wondering if the other shoppers in the cereal aisle can sense the bareness of your finger. Does it broadcast damaged goods or newly available? For years, that ring was a tangible promise of the future. You'd rub your thumb over its smooth surface during a tough day, and it was like touching a talisman that whispered, "You've built a stable life. This will pass." It felt like an anchor in a stormy harbor, your personal Polaris. Or was it more like Dumbo's magic feather, a placebo you thought you needed to fly? Now your thumb instinctively seeks out that bare spot, and where a future once was vividly written, there's now just an impenetrable gray fog. And depending on the hour, that fog is either paralyzingly terrifying or, strangely, electrifyingly full of potential. C is for companions. Honestly, this could be the perfect time to bring a little life into your space. A cat, for instance, can be a wonderfully low-maintenance, endlessly entertaining roommate who judges you silently from a sunbeam. What's that? You're not a cat person? No problem. A dog, a fish, a grumpy gecko, hell, even a pet rock you talk to, any living or symbolic creature you can care for, talk to, and be responsible for can serve the same vital purpose right now. It grounds you in the present. It gives you a reason to get out of bed when the alarm goes off. That little creature needs you, and in taking care of it, you prove to yourself that you can still take care of you. It simplifies life down to its basics: food, water, a warm, safe spot to sleep. Think about adopting. If you're not ready for the long haul, contact a shelter and foster. It's a trial run for giving and receiving love again. D is for darling. You might genuinely despise each other now, but damn if your mouth doesn't have a mind of its own. You're on the phone for a terse 2-minute conversation about a childcare schedule or a legal document, and you end it with, "Okay, talk to you later, darling." Or maybe it's babe, or even shithead. It just slips out. Calling them by their actual first name, like Mark or Jennifer, feels bizarrely formal and alien. It's a new muscle you haven't built yet. And, damn it, did you really just call him honey when you passed him in the courthouse hallway? Don't spiral. This isn't your subconscious screaming a secret truth. It's just the ghost of a habit. The same way you still sometimes reach for 2 coffee mugs in the morning. Habits fade. You'll learn his name again. And soon.
E is for empty. Let's not sugarcoat it. There's a Grand Canyon-sized hole where your marriage used to be. But here's a thought. The most beautiful gardens only grow after you've cleared out the weeds and tilled the empty soil. What other weeds in your life can you pull? Are there friendships that drain you more than they fill you? Are you on that PTA committee or book club because you genuinely love it, or because you're trying to maintain a facade of the perfect community member? How much of the stuff crammed into your closets is actually just busy work for your hands and stress for your soul? This is your moment to take out the trash, metaphorically and literally. Cut the energy vampires, quit the joyless obligations, and for God's sake, delete the social media apps you use to numb yourself during the quiet moments. Don't be terrified of the stillness. That empty space is where you get to start growing. F is for friends. And now you know exactly who they are. They're the ones whose numbers light up your phone, not just with texts, but with actual calls. The ones who still invite you out, even though you're now a 1 and they're still a 2. They prove you were never just a +1. They're the ones who drag you to a diner for a grilled cheese and let you have a complete meltdown because you saw a TikTok of a couple adopting a puppy or because a fabric softener commercial made you weep. Sure, some days you'll hide from the world, wanting no witnesses to the hot mess you've become. But the days you do say yes to a friend, you always hang up or drive home feeling just a little bit lighter. The real ones don't press for gory details. They just want to see you breathing and maybe even laughing for one more day. You make a mental note. They are one of the good ones. And on a brighter day, you'll pay that loyalty forward. Speaking of connection, if this journey is resonating with you, why not subscribe to the channel? Hitting that button helps us keep creating content that speaks to real life, and it means you won't miss what's coming next. G is for gossip. They're gonna talk. You can't stop them. And no matter what you do, whether you give a press conference or take a vow of silence, everyone from your hairdresser to your second cousin will have a firm, unshakable theory on what really happened and who's to blame. Listen to me carefully. You cannot control the rumor mill. Any attempt to do so is like throwing a bucket of gasoline on a bonfire. The only two people who will ever understand the complex ecosystem of your marriage are you and your ex. Trying to explain it is like trying to describe the color blue to someone who's been blind from birth. Let them chatter. Rise above it. Their words have no power over your truth. Consider the gossip a handy sorting mechanism for your address book, showing you exactly who you can and cannot trust with your fragile heart. H is for hobbies. Time to dig out that old passion or discover a brand new one. Does your morning now start with fumbling through a new chord progression on the guitar you haven't touched in a decade? Did you always want to try pottery, but your ex thought it was a messy waste of time? Well, there are no dogs too old to learn new tricks. Scout out community college courses, find a local hiking group, fall down a YouTube rabbit hole of beginner tutorials. Remember the pure, unadulterated joy of learning something just for the fun of it? Finally nailed a decent-looking ceramic bowl? Hell yes, you did. What's next? A huge side benefit is the built-in community. You'll connect with dozens of people who share your new obsession. So dust off those running shoes, your calligraphy pens, or your juggling clubs, and remember what fun feels like.
I is for I. You are an I now. The big, terrifying, and ultimately liberating secret is that you were always an I, but you just got so used to thinking in we and us that you forgot. You'll probably catch yourself saying we for months when talking about your own plans. It's time for a reintroduction. Sit down with yourself and list 5 reasons you're a goddamn marvel. List 5 things you've accomplished entirely on your own that fill you with pride. Give yourself a hug in the mirror. A big, dorky, genuine one. Take yourself out on a date to that weird indie movie and the Korean barbecue place. You're a fantastic date. Try looking yourself in the eye and saying, I love you, when you're having a brutal moment. The real magic happens when you start to believe it. Your worth is not and never was a reflection of someone else.
J is for joking. Let's be honest, J was never going to be for jogging. Even a lifequake like divorce won't make running feel good. So let's make it J for joking. Actively seek out something to laugh about today. Find a joke of the day website, a meme page, a stand-up comedy special. You might not stumble upon anything funny organically, so you have to go on a humor hunt. It doesn't have to be highbrow. Dad jokes, puns, videos of goats yelling like people, whatever tickles you. Laughter might not come easily right now, so you have to chase it. And hey, you're a proactive badass. You can do that. Here's one for you. Why did the Scarecrow get a promotion? Because he was outstanding in his field. Come on, laugh. It's okay. I'd love to know what's making you laugh these days. Drop your favorite joke or funniest account in the comments below. Let's get a good chuckle going for everyone. K is for kisses. Believe it or not, you get to have a first kiss all over again. When you're ready, and when the chemistry is just right, you'll feel the thrilling, terrifying press of new lips on yours. You'll get those middle school butterflies swarming in your stomach. It might be a little awkward. Your lips might be chapped. You might blurt out something completely ridiculous right after. Laugh it off. Soak in that weird, new, electric energy. Be completely in that moment. Don't project it into a future or tie it to a past. Just let it be what it is. A chance to feel something brand new. L is for loneliness. This one hits in the weirdest ways. You have an entire secret language with your ex that is now useless. A vocabulary of shared looks, stupid phrases, and memories that is suddenly obsolete. And when you accidentally reference one of these inside jokes with a coworker who just stares blankly, the loneliness will sucker punch you right in the gut. In that moment, you'll feel the profound weight of starting from scratch, of the years it takes to build that kind of intimate shorthand with another human. It can feel like you're going to physically die from the isolation. When that wave crashes over you, put your hand on your chest. Feel that? Your heart is still beating, steady and strong. You are still here. You will keep going. M is for money. It's the grating, constant background noise to your emotional chaos. Now, on top of everything else, you're doing mental math in the condiment aisle, debating if the name brand ketchup is worth the extra 80 cents. You're sending out the "my presence is the present" email to your family for the holidays. You crave a clean break, but finances keep you tethered to your ex like a stubborn ghost. Child support, alimony, a joint investment property that's impossible to sell. The thermostat, once a comfortable 72, is now set to a sweltering 78 degrees to save on the electric bill. God, you miss the financial security of that merged bank account. But let's be clear, staying married for the money was a prison sentence. Now it's time to prove your own mettle, and you are worth a hell of a lot. So get your hustle on, because next summer is coming, and you deserve to be cool without a second thought. N is for noise. Some days, the inside of your head is like a crowded, chaotic sports bar with all the TVs on different channels. You're just trying to pump gas, but your brain is replaying that last tense conversation, then flashing to a memory of your ex laughing on a beach vacation, then jumping to a fantasy about that cute person you met at a party. Oh crap, did I just try to pay with my library card? You're mentally drafting the perfect, vengeful social media post to show the world you're thriving. Wait, is that the diesel pump? Abort! You're thinking about everything except the simple task of filling your tank. You drive off with the gas cap dangling and don't even notice for a week because the internal static is so loud. When this happens, it's a signal. Ground yourself. Take 10 deep, slow breaths. Really look at the tree outside your window. Sing along, loudly, to your power anthem. The noise will quiet down, eventually, but for now, just breathe through it. O is for oasis. You need to build one. Whether you're on your friend's pull-out couch or in your own new apartment, carve out one small corner of the universe that is undeniably, comfortingly yours. Maybe it's a ridiculously soft blanket that feels like a hug. Maybe it's a specific scent from a candle, sandalwood or ocean breeze, that instantly transports you to a calmer place. Hang up a weird piece of art that speaks a language only you understand. This oasis is your sanctuary. You'll find an immense sense of relief returning to it after a day of navigating a world that feels overwhelmingly demanding. P is for pacing. You have these huge, beautiful dreams of turning this entire truckload of lemons into a thriving lemonade empire. You want to fast forward to the part where you're happy, healed, and thriving. But every epic story has a middle act, the training montage, the setbacks, the moments of doubt. You wouldn't watch a movie that skips straight to the hero celebrating on a podium, would you? So accept the pace of your own story. Know that this is a multi-season series, not a 90-minute feature. There will be plot twists and antagonists. You'll feel like you're swimming upwards forever, your lungs burning, sure you're not going to make it. But one day, you will break the surface, gasping, and feel the glorious, warm sun on your face. The air will be sweet and abundant. It's coming. But for now, breathe. Pace yourself. Time is the one thing you can absolutely count on. It will pass.
Q is for questions. Oh, the questions. Your kids want to know why. Your mom calls just to check on your finances. Your friends are subtly probing for dating gossip. That guy you just met wants to know how you came out of it, asset-wise. Here is your new mantra. You do not owe anyone an answer. A gentle smile, a warm, "Thank you for caring, I'm working through a lot privately right now," is a complete sentence. Most people are asking because they genuinely care and don't know how else to show it. Acknowledge their love, but don't be their puppet. You have a right to your private grief and your private recovery. Besides, you probably don't have the answers to most of these questions yourself yet. R is for restraint. This is the practice of becoming a Zen master. You will draft a blistering 4-paragraph text to your ex in a white-hot rage, and then you will read it. Then read it again. You'll edit it down to one scathing sentence. And then, with a final, shaky breath, you'll probably delete the whole thing. You're learning the profound wisdom of not fighting battles you can only lose. You'll pick up the phone, your thumb hovering over their speed dial, and instead, you'll put on your sneakers and run until the anger is just sweat. You'll practice biting your tongue when talking to your kids about their other parent, because they are a part of him, and they deserve to form their own opinions. When he shows up to grab a box of his old paperwork, you'll take a moment before opening the door, smooth the scowl off your face, and greet him with a calm, neutral tone. The war is over. You're in the rebuilding phase. Now you get to practice being a goddamn warrior of peace.
S is for single. Let's be real, the grass always looks greener. But holy hell, being single has its glorious perks. Want to eat cold pizza for breakfast in your underwear? Go for it. Use every last drop of hot water in a 45-minute shower? It's all yours. Decorate your entire living room in a style you'd call early attic eclectic? No one is there to stop you. Want to go to that art house cinema alone and lose yourself in a foreign film? Do it! Want to declare your home a sports-free, polka-only zone? The power is yours. Want to wear that loud, patterned dress your ex always hated? Honey, you rock that dress. Right now, there's no such thing as bad style. There's only your style. T is for Tinder. Let's have a real talk.
Be smart and just don't start. Yes, you're lonely and it looks like a quick, easy fix. It's a trap. Within 24 hours of swiping, you'll start to see humanity as a collection of poorly lit selfies and cliched bios, and you'll feel gross about everyone, including yourself. You are more than a profile picture to be judged in a nanosecond. The people on the other side are more than a listed height and a photo with a dead fish. Now is not the time to reduce yourself or your potential for connection. Instead of downloading Tinder, try a site like Meetup to find a local board game group. Join an intramural kickball league. Tell your trusted friends, "I'd like to meet new people." And let them be your social curators. You get to be the chooser. It only takes a few quality people to scratch that social itch, so be picky. Join a cooking class. Volunteer at an animal shelter. Let people with shared passions drift into your life naturally. But trust me on this. The biggest lesson Tinder will teach you is that you cannot, under any circumstances, screw your way out of the pain. U is for underwear. Go buy some new ones. Seriously. Invest in a few pairs that make you feel like $1,000,000. Get the lace, the bold colors, the ridiculously comfortable yet sexy styles you never would have bought before. You need all the support you can get right now. So why not have that support be fabulous? You've got a great body that's carried you through hell. Check yourself out in the mirror every morning. This isn't for anyone else's gaze. This is for you, to remind you that underneath it all, you're still a vibrant, sensual person. Damn, you look good. V is for victories. Start keeping a list because you are stacking up wins like poker chips. Finally got the custody schedule finalized? Massive victory. Signed the final divorce decree? Pop the non-alcoholic champagne. Managed to assemble that IKEA bookshelf without cursing or leftover screws? You are a champion. Went a full 48 hours without cyber-stalking your ex's cousin's sister? Victory dance. Look at you, just racking up triumphs left and right. Everyone loves a winner, and baby, you are blazing. W is for wishing. You can wish on every star that you could go back and change things. You can wish for a financial windfall. You can wish you were 25 again with a crystal ball. You know where that gets you? Nowhere. Wishes are passive. Goals and plans? That's the active, gritty stuff that actually builds a new life. So if you have a wish, a vague image of a happier future, grab a notebook. Break it down. What's the first, tiniest step? Make the call. Set the appointment. Write the first paragraph of that business plan. A wish you can't create a plan for is just a daydream that's holding you hostage from the life you're capable of building. X is for Xanax, and it's okay if you need it. Let's be brutally honest. This is one of the most traumatic things a person can go through. It's not just feeling sad, it can chemically alter your brain. There is zero shame in getting a little pharmaceutical help to steady the ship while you navigate the hurricane. Smiling should feel good, and you deserve to feel that again. If you're stuck in a relentless loop of panic, dark thoughts, and sleepless nights, talk to a doctor or the therapist you, hopefully, started seeing. Needing a pill today doesn't mean you'll need it forever. It's a tool. That morning will come when you're making your coffee and you realize you're humming, and a genuine, unforced smile is on your face. It's going to feel so fucking good. Use every resource available to get back to that version of you. Y is for yes. What can you say yes to today? A last-minute invitation to a concert? Yes. A chance to volunteer at the community garden? Yes. Look hard at all the things you've been automatically refusing and see if yes can write a more interesting chapter in your story. Want to test your limits? Maybe this is the year you finally say yes to that backpacking trip, or yes to salsa lessons, or yes to going back to school. Where can yes take you? Can you say yes to a passion project?
Yes to a career shift? Yes to asking for what you're truly worth? Growth doesn't live in the land of no. It thrives in the wild, unpredictable world of yes. Z is for zero, as in zero fucks left to give about anyone else's opinion on how you should be handling your life. Zero tolerance for the toxic patterns you've worked so hard to break. Zero desire to shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. Zero patience for anything that doesn't serve the magnificent, resilient, and fiercely independent person you are becoming. This is your time. Own it.